How are we doing? Let's go. Let's go. Let's get these energy levels up. Listen, it's Monday. It's Monday morning, Monday afternoon for a lot of you guys. We got to get these energy levels up. I know the weekend. I know the weight of the weekend might be weighing on your shoulders. I know you're probably like, damn, there's some shit I don't want to do today that we know we had to get done, and we're going to get it done. I hope everyone had a nice weekend. I hope everyone has had a good start to the week. We're about to cook up some stuff here on the Pickdawgz afternoon show. Listen, if you're new to this show, basically what I do is I go over the games for today's slate. Nice, quick, but I use the betting tools over at Pickdawgz.com, and it's a fun, interactive show. I need you guys in the comments to be interactive, though. You guys make this show better. I'm basically just going through all the comments, talking about anything you guys want. It could be about games. It could be about life. It could be about anything. What is going on, Justin? Hope you're doing well, brother. Appreciate you tapping into the show. Man, how did the weekend go? Let's see. Yesterday, I went 1-2. Not gonna lie, I went 1-2 in the NFL. I had the Ravens as my pick of the day. Shout out Baltimore. So it's always nice to hit the pick of the day. But man, I was on the Browns. I took the Browns against the Jets. Yeah, that one didn't pan out well. I thought, the Jets trading away damn near everyone. I thought it was a good spot to take the Browns, but sometimes in sports betting, sometimes you got to buy into the bad news. We all know about the coach getting fired thing. You're supposed to take the team after their coach gets fired. And it's kind of the same thing in all aspects. If there's a big injury, if a coach gets fired, if a lot of players get traded, for some reason, the team that's happened to always comes out hot the game after. And that seemed like the case with the Jets. Let's do it, man. Let's have a winning day. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. Let's see. What else happened this weekend? Saturday was an all right day. It was up and down. I had UConn as my pick of the day. That was an outright winner. Shout out UConn. SIU Edwards. Yes. SIU Edwardsville. I am backing them as well. I do like SIU Edwardsville. I think you were the guy who said take SIU Edwardsville in their last game against UTSA last week. It was the afternoon game, and they won that game outright. Watch out for SIU Edwardsville. Watch out for that team. What is going on, Keldog? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a nice weekend. Need some good picks on Underdog. When you mean Underdog, I assume you mean like the app, like the player prop app. We'll go over some player props. We'll definitely do that. But yeah, man, it was an interesting weekend. I didn't think like the NFL slate was that great. I mean, there was a couple of good games, but a lot of the games it just kind of seemed like blowouts, to be perfectly honest with you. Especially that later slate. I mean, Seahawks, what was it? Seahawks, Cardinals, Rams, Niners. Like those games were terrible. What other? Did we have some good games? Giants, Bears was a good game, but let's be real, was anyone watching that? Texans, Jaguars, good game, but let's be real, was anyone watching that? Like there were good games, but the good games were, I don't know. It was teams that, I feel like people really weren't tapped into. I know I wasn't. Like I wasn't locked in on Bears, Giants. That's for damn sure. Colts, Falcons to start the day off was pretty good. I was on the Colts in that one. They fought. Let's see. Portland tonight for sure. Yep, we'll go over that one. Mobley double plus money. Not mad at it. Let's get into this slate, guys. Enough with the yapping. Well, I'm going to keep yapping, but let's talk about today, Monday. Full NFL card. Got a Monday Night Football game, some college basketball. We'll see what we go over today, but someone brought up that Portland Magic game. Let's start there. I made the Dog of the Day video today on YouTube Shorts, and I did give out Portland. You guys know I'm a Magic fan, but seems like a great spot for the Portland Trailblazers, and they are catching a lot of steam. I mean, this line was at +3.5 last night when I handicapped this game, all the way down to 1.5, and it makes sense. The Magic on the back end of a back-to-back. They lost last night against the Celtics, And let's just be real, guys. The Magic, especially when it comes to a cover perspective this season, they just haven't been it, man. They just haven't been it. Whereas Portland is a team that doesn't get love from odds makers. We're going to be able to get good prices with them all season long because they are the Portland Trail Blazers. But this is a young, fiery team. They play at a fast pace. They put up a lot of points. And an Orlando team on the back end of a back-to-back, I think is going to struggle with that output. The only thing about Portland in this game, they're playing in Orlando. As you guys know, it doesn't get much farther than Portland to Orlando. But the thing about Portland, they did play their last game in Miami. So it's like they've been in Florida. They got used to the time zone. They're getting used to the humidity and all that good stuff. So I just think it's a great spot for Portland. Lakers money line, Suns money line, Wolves money line. I'm guessing you're talking about a parlay here. All I'm going to say is I like the Jazz today. Don't be surprised if the Jazz win. And you guys may look back at this clip and be like, damn, you really gave out the Jazz when the Portland Trail Blazers win this game by 30 plus. It has to be a Jazz spot for me personally. You know, we just saw these teams play a few days ago in Minnesota. So it's a revenge spot for the Jazz. And the thing about the Jazz just played 5 straight games on the road. Now they're going back into Utah where they play their best ball. The Jazz actually started the season off pretty hot. Like, people forget that. They blew out the Clippers in their first game, and I think they also picked up another solid win at home this season. So Utah in Utah is different than Utah on the road. And that's how or any sport you think of, like if you think of football, basketball, playing in Utah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the elevation or something, but it's always a tough place to play. Like, we all know how it is to play at Utah in college football, at BYU. Like, it's just tough. And I think that kind of translates to basketball as well. Like, Utah is always a team at home that is always sneaky. So, you know, in this spot, we're getting Utah plus 7.5. Minnesota Timberwolves played last night. Don't get me wrong. I think they put up 140 or something against the Kings. So the Timberwolves are playing good ball right now, but I think the spot says Jazz. Jazz are dogs at home. Yes, they are. Shout out Michael. Michael Pitts. Appreciate you becoming a YouTube member. I feel like we don't see those often. Appreciate you, brother. Hope you are enjoying the show. But let's talk about that Magic game a little more. Let's just go over some injuries that may be creeping up. Magic still, Mo Wagner out. Portland, let's see. Are the Trailblazers? I feel like the Trailblazers are pretty healthy right now. Do the Trailblazers have anyone on the injury report? Yeah, I think the Trailblazers are just very healthy. Like I said, this is a young, fiery team. Of course, still no Dame Lillard, but let's see what the splits are on this bad boy. So yeah, it looks like Magic are getting 53% the bets, 53%, 57% the handle. I mean, nothing really to talk about there. Let's check out some streaks. Desmond Bane, 5+ rebounds in home games against the Northwest Division. That's hitting in 11 straight games. Obviously, that's dating back to last season when he played with the Grizzlies, but his rebound line is set at 4.5. Not a bad play. I'm not mad at that. And I think that game's going to be pretty fast paced. You know, Portland's been putting up some numbers on the offensive side of the ball, but they've also been giving up points as well. So in a fast paced game, I could see Desmond Bane rebounds being a nice little play. Jeremiah Grant over 3.5 rebounds, 4+ rebounds with his teams as underdog against the Magic. Interesting. Wendell Carter 3-pointer. Now it's at -220. We're not touching that. I know Danny Advija is going to be on this thing, and you guys know Danny Advija. We rode him on this show. That was my play. I was like, everyone take Danny Advija. He has only failed to cover his point line once this season, and the time that I gave him out on the show was the only time that man didn't cover his point line. I'm going to be on Danny Advija over points again, guys. It's at 22.5 last time I checked. The man's got, he's listen, I know he screwed us over. He's going to return the favor here in this one. He's going to get us back. In Danny Advija, we still trust. This is still a Danny Advija program. Danny Advija over points. But let's move on to another game, guys. Hornets, Lakers. Let me check the injury report for this one. I believe it's still, I think Austin Reeves is still out, if I could guess. Austin Reeves, questionable. And then for the Hornets, LaMelo Ball out. Bridges, questionable. And then, of course, Brandon Miller's not playing either. So, I mean, if LaMelo's out, Brandon Miller's out, and let's say Miles Bridges doesn't play, who the hell is going to score on the Charlotte Hornets? This is a game. Why overthink it, man? Why overthink it? It's the Lakers tonight, right? I understand the Lakers went on the road into Atlanta in their last game and they got absolutely plummeted with no Trae Young. Definitely a bit concerning there, but I think the Lakers coming off that bad loss against Atlanta, I think they come into Charlotte and do some work. You guys feel that? I'm typically not a guy who loves to lay points on the road with the Lakers team, especially when going on the East Coast, but it just seems like a smash spot for the Lakers, especially coming off that bad loss against the Hawks. Let me check out the splits in that game. I kind of thought that line was going to be closer to, 10.5 with no LaMelo and stuff. So that's the only thing that worries me. Is like, why is that line only set at 8.5? But I think it's still the play. I mean, Lakers are getting 75% of the bets and 93% of the handle. So, yeah, everyone's on the Lakers, but I think it has to be the play. No, Brad. I think this is one of those Hornet spots. Is it, though? Is this a Hornet spot? I mean, the Hornets are a sneaky team that, it's the NBA. Any team could come out and ball out, but no LaMelo, no Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, questionable. I mean, is it a Hornet spot? I mean, I can see if the Lakers played last night, they'll be on the back end of a back-to-back. Maybe we could check out the Hornets, but I'm not seeing it. I think through 4 quarters, the Lakers are able to get a win and cover there. So I like the Lakers tonight. I like the Lakers. What do you guys think? Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see, but Lakers for me there. Wizards, Pistons. Man, Pistons laying 11.5 at home here. Look, the Pistons played yesterday. What was it? Was it against? I think it was against the Cavs. I could be mistaken. Let me see. Who the hell did the Pistons play? Was it at the Cavs? No, they played the Sixers. They played the Sixers and won a close one. My system would be take the Wizards here, but I just can't do it. I can't do it. The Wizards are terrible. This team is absolutely horrific. And the Pistons have been balling. The Pistons have been winning and covering. I like the Pistons here, guys. Like it similar to the Lakers game, not a game I really want to overthink. I don't want to get too cute. Pistons, no Tobias, no Stewart, no Sasser. So yeah, dealing with some injuries, but I think Cade and those boys are able to pick up a win here, win and cover. And then the Wizards are pretty healthy. Looks like Chris Middleton is back in action. But yeah, I mean, I just can't touch the Wizards right now until the Wizards do something. Not a team I want to touch, really. Let's see. I feel like the last time the Wizards covered spread was like their first game of the season. It's something ridiculous like that. So yeah, this team is 1-9 ATS this season. It's like, come on. Yeah, unreliable as hell. When's the last time the Wizards covered a spread? That is my question here. Was it the first game of the season? Yeah, the last time. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So they covered the spread against the Knicks on Monday, October 13th. And these teams played back on, what was it? I don't know, but the spread was Pistons laying 5.5, and they won that game 119-98. Like, I just think it's a smash spot for Detroit here. Give me the Pistons. Next up, Cavs Heat. Cavs laying 7.5 in Miami. Ooh. I like the Heat here. I'll take a shot with the Heat. I also think the over, well, that total set at 247.5, which is insane. I made the video on this game yesterday, and the total was set at like 138. And I said, take the over. Now the total set out 247.5. I mean, what the hell? That's crazy. At that number, I actually don't think the over is playable. I think that's too many points. I still like the Heat in this game, though, guys. The Cavs just haven't been the same cover team as they were last season. Still a really good team, don't get me wrong. And I think the reason why this spread is so high is no Bam Adebayo for the Heat, and that's definitely going to cause some matchup problems for this Heat team. I mean, the Cavs got the Twin Towers in the middle with Jared Allen and Evan Mobley. With no Bam Adebayo, yes, it's going to be tough to stop those guys, but this Heat team, through all the injuries, no Tyler Hero, no Bam Adebayo, this team just continues to perform. And I faded the Heat in their last game against the Trailblazers. I thought it was a good spot for the Trailblazers. It was the Heat were on the back end of a back-to-back. Seemed like a great spot for Portland. And the Heat went out there and won and covered. So Heat are a good team. They are. They're a team you can't sleep on. I think the addition of Norman Powell was big for that squad. And really interested to see how that team looks once you get Tyler Hero back, once you get Bam back. Watch out for the Heat in the East. Overall, though, I'm going to take a shot with the Heat today. Let's see. What are the splits on this game? Yeah, so the Cavs are catching 54% of the bets, 72% of the handle. So a lot of love on the Cavs, but I like the Heat. I like the Heat today. Garland, 18-plus points in road games against the Southeast Division. That's hit in 8 straight games. His line set at 17.5. Could be a play. The thing with Cavs, like point total overs, there's just so many mouths to feed on that team. You know, Donovan Mitchell is going to get his. Evan Mobley's going to get his. Jared Allen's going to get his touches. And then you got Darius Garland. Like, it's just a team where there's so many mouths to feed. I'm always a little bit weary about taking point total overs with the Cavs. What do you think about Bulls Spurs? How the heck did OKC cover the spread yesterday, down 20 and win by 14? Really wasn't tapped into that game. The Thunder played the Grizzlies. They were down pretty bad in that one. Yeah, they lost the first quarter. They were down at the first by 8. They lost the second quarter. They were down 11 at halftime and somehow won by 14. That's the thing with the Thunder, man. Once that team smells blood, it could get really ugly. The crazy thing was they were on the road as well. That's the Thunder for you, man. That's the Thunder. The Thunder are a team you could be down no matter how many points you're down, and you could be laying double digits. You're never out of it until that final bell rings. So shout out to Thunder there. What do you think about Bulls Spurs? Let's see. Spurs laying 4.5 on the road. My initial thought is I like the Bulls in that game. The Bulls have just been Chicago. Looks like Chicago's pretty healthy. Nothing's popping up on the injury report. San Antonio, Dylan Harper out, Luke Cornett questionable. You know, the Spurs have been a damn good team, but so have the Bulls, man. So have the Bulls. And the Bulls at home catching 4.5. They've been just so damn good in those spots so far this season. The Spurs last game, was that against the Rockets? Oh, no, it was against the Pelicans. Played on, what was that, Saturday? I'm going to take the Bulls. You know, the Bulls are coming off back-to-back road games. You know, they took a loss at Milwaukee. They took a loss at Cleveland. Now they're coming back home where they're 4-0-1 ATS and 5-0 straight up at home. You're going to give me a team like that in 4.5 points. I think that I will roll with the Bulls. I think an over is probably a good play as well. Both these teams, well, we all know the Bulls play at a fast pace. I will say the under has been – the over has been profitable for both these squads, and specifically in Spurs road games this season, the over is 3-1. So I like the Bulls. I like the Bulls in this game plus the points, and I'll take an over. Is it a game I'm rushing to the window to back? No, because I do think, you know, the Spurs cause some matchup problems here for Chicago. It's like, all right, you got Vucevic in the middle. Like, bro, he's not guarding Wemby. I mean, he's going to try to guard Wemby, but how well is that going to work? So probably going to be a massive night for Wemby. I think the Bulls plus 4.5 isn't a bad play with how good they've played at home this season. Let's check Wemby props out. I think he absolutely eats today. So Wemby's point line tonight is set at 26.5. The last time he scored over 26 points was back on October 30th. He's failed to score over 23 points in his last 4 games, but his line still set at 26.5. I think this is a game we go against the trends, and I think Wemby over points is a good play tonight. And what should be a high-scoring game, I think Wemby actually absolutely eats. And Vucevic, he's not a good defender. Let's be real. I think he absolutely gets cooked tonight. So give me Wemby over points. Wemby 5 blocks. What's Wemby's block line tonight? 3.5. That's crazy. The man's block line is set at 3.5. It's juiced up to the over. He's failed to get over 3 blocks in his last 3. I don't know, man. I don't really mess with blocks too much, blocks, steals, anything like that. So Raul likes 5 blocks from Wemby, though. They struggled against the Pelicans. The Spurs, yeah, they didn't cover that game. I mean, let's see. They still won by 7. So still a solid win there from the Spurs. But yeah, you would expect the Spurs at home to beat up on the Pelicans. The thing about that game, though, the night before the Spurs played the Pelicans, they played the Rockets. So it was kind of a sleepy spot. They're on the back of a back-to-back after picking up a big win against Houston. The writing was kind of on the wall there that it was going to be a bit of a come out flat spot for the Spurs. So Not really hanging my head on that Pelicans game. They still won. But yeah, Pelicans are ass. They're a bad team. So I like the Bulls. I like the Bulls tonight. I like the Bulls, but also I like Wemby over everything. Kind of contradicted myself there a little bit, but that's how I see that game going. Yeah, Utah plus 7.5. Yep, I went over that game. I'm on the same train. It's not going to be pretty. You're not going to feel good pressing that button, but in the NBA, you got to trust your systems. You got to trust your systems. It's a revenge spot for Utah. They're coming off a long East Coast road trip. They're back home where they played their best ball. Timberwolves just played last night against the Kings. Now they're traveling into Utah, playing at elevation. Like, everything says take Utah, and it's gross. And they may get aired out. They may lose this game by 20, but with how many games there are night in, night out in the NBA, if you stick to your systems, you will be up over the course of the season, and Utah Jazz are a system play. That's how I look at it. Yep, I'm on the Bulls as well. What else do you guys want to talk about? Keep dropping comments, any games, anything. We could talk about anything. Maybe we could talk about the NFL. We could talk about college football, anything that happened this weekend. I'm down to talk about anything here, but I think someone asked about, I didn't forget your comment, Clippers. Oh, the damn Clippers, man. I mean, this might be my least favorite game on the board. Hawks going into Los Angeles to play the Clippers, laying 4.5. Bro, I don't know if I could touch this Clippers team right now. I just don't think I could do it. I can't stomach it, man. I took the Clippers in their last game against the Suns. It was my NBA pick of the day. I loved the Clippers. And what did they proceed to do? They were laying 4.5 points, and they proceeded to lose that game by 11. And if you watch that game, they got dominated in damn near the whole game. Like, I don't know what's wrong with the Clippers. I don't know if they're missing Norman Powell. I don't know if they're still trying to get used to this new lineup. But this was a Clippers team that was so damn good at home last season. They were a cover machine, and they've been absolutely ass this season. And I took them multiple times this season, and they keep burning me. This team is 1-8 ATS, bro. 1-5 ATS on at home. But at the same time, do I want to take the Hawks? Hell no. I hate this game. Let's see. That's how I feel. Sorry, guys. I had to go on a bit of a rant there. Packers, Eagles. We'll talk about that. In the NHL, check out the wraparound. I gave out the Golden Knights on 7 free picks in just 5 minutes, but I'm pretty tapped into basketball, football, college basketball. I would be lying if I said that I was so tapped into the NHL. Like, this show's there's probably not going to be a lot of NHL talking on the afternoon show, to be perfectly honest with you. But Chris Ruffalo, NHL Go, check out the wraparound. He's got you covered. But I do like the Vegas Golden Knights tonight. I do. UFC card this weekend? Shit. Let's see. It's a big one this weekend, right? The card last weekend or this past weekend was horrific. Yeah, you got Islam and JDM. Islam minus 275. Valentina, Weili Zhang. That's an interesting fight. Kind of like Weili Zhang plus money, but I'm gonna have to really dig into this card before I give out plays. Bo Nickel comes back going against Vieira. That should be an interesting matchup. A little wrestling versus jiu-jitsu there. Gregory Rodriguez versus Roman Kopylov. That's a good fight. I kind of like Roman Kopylov. That's going to be an absolute war. I'll dig into the UFC, but that's like a whole show itself. Good card, though. Eagles. You like the Hawks, Raul? Yeah. I can't do it. But I see where you're coming from. Until the Clippers show us something different, why are we laying 4.5 with them? Mind quickly a recap of all the picks today. Just hopped on. Yes, I like the Portland Trailblazers. I like the Detroit Pistons. I like the Miami Heat. I love the Los Angeles Lakers. I like the Bulls, but I also do like winning props over. And then I just went over Hawks Clippers and went on a rant telling everyone that I hate that game and I don't want to touch it. So it's a little recap there. Eagles Packers, we'll talk about that. Clippers DMB, not mad at it. My boy Eric, I appreciate you hopping on. Eric's been on the show in the chat, I think, like every day so far. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, we're right in the middle of the show, so you didn't miss too much, my man. Appreciate you hopping on once again. Yeah, it's Portland tonight, guys. The Magic will be fine. They will. The lineup's too good for them not to be good. I mean, yeah, I don't know. We've seen that. We've seen good lineups play bad though throughout a whole season, but Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane, and then Wendell Carter. But those four, they're going to be fine. They're going to get it together. We just got to give the Orlando Magic a little bit of time, but we're fading the hell out of them tonight. Give me the Trailblazers. Betting the house on the Knicks tomorrow? Shit. Who do the Knicks play? Grizzlies? Knicks at home against the Grizzlies? I'm curious to see what that line would be at. Let me guess. I would set that line at Knicks laying 8.5. We'll see what it is when it comes out. Not mad at it, though. Green Bay. Can't see them losing back-to-back home games. Yeah, I mean, they lost to the damn Panthers last week, and the Panthers just got killed by the Saints this week. Panthers are a weird team, though. It's like sometimes they look great, sometimes they look terrible. So, I don't know, man. I just think there's a lot of questions about Green Bay. We will go over that. Will UConn cover? It's a big number going against Columbia, but UConn probably blows them out. Triple-double from the alien. When I see the alien emoji, I assume that's Wemby. Not mad at it. Wemby over 2 threes, sure. Like I said, man, with Vucevic guarding Wemby tonight, that could get ugly. Yes, Wemby over everything. Clippers smoking ATL tonight. Hey, you could give it a try, man. I've tried with this Clippers team multiple times, and it just hasn't worked out on me. Put in the house on the Eagles, my whole 401k. If that's true, go Birds, man. I'm hoping the best for you. If you could double up the 401k, that'd be pretty sweet. Iowa State or Mississippi State, it's Cyclones for me. It's got to be the Cyclones for me. I mean, Iowa State, we haven't really seen them play much this season, but Iowa State, even though losing some big names last year, this is a winning program. It's the Cyclones we're talking about. They reload, and they just have a winning culture over there. And I think Mississippi State will be a fine little SEC team this year, but I think there's levels to this shit, and I think Iowa State, just as a program, is levels above Mississippi State. So what? You got to lay 4.5, 5.5 with the Cyclones. I'm not mad at it. My boy, I appreciate you. That's my goal. Can't win them all, but I'm trying my best out here. All right, what should we talk about? Cyclones for you? Yeah. Facts. All right. Any other NBA we should talk about? Mavericks, Bucks. I made the video on that game. I lean Mavericks. Don't love it. Just the Bucks on the back of a back-to-back. They played a hard-fought game against the Rockets, I believe, yesterday. So it'd have to be a mass spot for me. And the Mavs are also getting a bit more healthy. They're starting to get a bit more healthy. Let's see. Anthony Davis, questionable. Lively, questionable. Klay Thompson, questionable. Definitely want to keep an eye on the injury report, but I mean, if these guys start to get back, these three could get back to action for the Mavs, I think this is a Mavs team that we can start taking a little peek at again. Let's see. You like the Wizards plus the points? I don't, man. The Wizards are untouchable right now. They're just so damn bad. This team's 1-9 ATS. The last time they covered a game was back on October 30th, whereas the Pistons are hot as shit. Don't get me wrong. Pistons in a tough spot after playing the Sixers yesterday on the road, but Wizards are just untouchable right now, man. Hey, I appreciate you, Raul. I'm trying my best, trying to make the content as good as possible. Trying not to get comfortable, you know? I think it's easy to get into a routine and get comfortable and do the same shit over and over again. So always trying to upgrade, always trying to make it better. Appreciate you, though, man. I do like the Jazz plus the points. Mavs for me, but take that 2.5 points if you really want to bet this game. I think we're going to need them. I think it's going to be close and competitive. Is Giannis on the injury report? I feel like after a back-to-back, I feel like Giannis would be a guy who would just pop up on the injury report. Nah, Giannis is probably playing. I still lean Mavs there. It's just a Mavs spot after the Bucks playing last night. Your Bucks money line, I mean, the Bucks have been damn good. I see where you're coming from, but I got to trust my spots, and I think it's a good spot for Dallas at home there. No, I do not fuck with the Wizards plus the points, my brother. I do not. I don't care how many points you give me with the Wizards until they show me something different. Not a team I want to touch. NBA money lines, I mean, let's see if there's like a fun little money line I could give you guys. I think Portland wins tonight. I like Portland. Eastern Kentucky, Western Kentucky. I don't want to lead you down the wrong road, brother. I did not do much handicapping on that game. Let's see. Yeah, it's suspicious. Yeah, why the hell are the Bucks only laying 2.5? Why? The Bucks have been great this season. They got one of the best players on planet Earth playing on their team. Why are they only laying 2.5? It's because they're not covering. That is why. Sometimes you just got a line read in the NBA, and everything is pointing to a Dallas, at least a cover, but they probably win that game outright. Spurs Bulls game. I talked about that one. Bulls plus 4.5, but I do like Wemby overs. I think it's going to be a fast-paced, high-scoring game, and I think who the hell's going to guard Wemby? Vucevic? Nikola Vucevic? Yeah, that shit ain't happening. We're going to talk about the NFL game. Avdija, 20 points, 2 threes. Yes, Avdija tonight. We're going back to it. I love Avdija tonight. Jazz plus the points. Yes, sir. You already know we're on that. Has to be done. Has to be done. It's not going to feel good pressing that button, but it has to be done. Luka triple-double worth a shot. Yeah, the only thing that scares me about that game is blowout potential. I really think the Lakers blow out the Hornets today. And I could see it being a 20-point game at the third. And then Luka, sits most of the fourth. So that's the only thing I'd be worried about when it comes to Lakers player props. No, it looks like Austin Reeves questionable. If he doesn't play, it's going to be the Luka show. So, I think Luka overs are fine. It's just I'm scared a little bit with the blowout potential there. Wizards in Brooklyn, no bueno. Yes, you are correct. Don't really have a feel on that on the total in that game, man. Don't want to lead you down the wrong way, but I do like the Cyclones. Who's my favorite NBA player? Ooh, that's tough. So as a Magic fan, I love me some Paulo Banchero. I do. I'm a LeBron guy. I grew up watching LeBron. My whole life, LeBron's been dominating the whole league. So I am a LeBron guy. It is what it is. I know if there's any old heads watching this, you're going to be like, damn, I wish he was a Jordan guy, but I am a Bron guy. So I always love LeBron. All right, let's you got Green Bay laying 2.5, put 100 on the point spread. Okay. Hey, good luck, brother. It should be an interesting game. Let's talk about the NFL though. Let's talk about the NFL. So look, guys, I do have a premium on the side in this game. I don't want to give up too much information. People have paid for the pick. Don't want to, that would be putting them in a bad spot. So I'm going to talk about this game as much as possible. I want to talk about some props. But man, it's do the Green Bay Packers bounce back? Embarrassing performance last week against the Carolina Panthers at home. Terrible. And the thing about this Packers team, it's all right, you won that first game against the Lions this season, and everyone was, and then you won that game on prime time against the Commanders, I believe. Everyone was talking about the Packers to the Super Bowl. Everyone was penciling in the Packers to the Super Bowl, getting Micah Parsons. This is the best team in the NFL. And then I really think we've seen this team come down to earth over the last couple of weeks. And kind of same with the Eagles. We saw the Eagles, they lose to the Broncos, they lose to the Giants, and then everyone wrote off the Eagles saying, oh, this team's not the same as last year. They're dysfunctional with the whole wide receiver room, especially A.J. Brown, always talking shit, reading books on the sideline. But then the Eagles had 2 really good games in their last 2. So I'm trying not to give up too information to give my pick away, but just trying to build the scene here, build the scene. I think it's going to be a good game. We could go over some player props, though. Eagles coming off a bye. Yep. Something to think about. Green Bay money line. Hey, I appreciate you hopping on, bro. Drop comments what your favorite plays are. Anything you want me to talk about, I'll chat with you. But hope you enjoyed the show, man. Let's see. Let's go over some NFL player props, though. Where are the player props? Oh, there we go. Players. So I know someone was talking to me about touchdown scores. Let's try to find a nice little juicy touchdown score. Obviously, there's the obvious ones, and Saquon, Josh Jacobs. We're not going to touch those. Let's try to get a little plus money touchdown score here. I kind of want to give you guys a first touchdown score. I kind of like Goddard to get a touchdown. He's very touchdown dependent. He doesn't get a lot of receptions, doesn't get a lot of yards, but the man always finds himself in the end zone. He's gotten a touchdown in 4 of his last 5 games. Let me actually pull up all the touchdown scores on my phone here. I kind of want to do a first touchdown. Who's scoring the first touchdown today? Let me know what you guys think. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to win MVP. He should. He should, man. The odds for MVP right now in the NFL, it's Drake May leading the way at plus 275, Matt Stafford at plus 300, Patty Mahomes at plus 500, and then Jonathan Taylor at plus 600. out of all those guys, Jonathan Taylor is by far having the best season, and there's no question about it. They went over this in the morning show today, though. It's like quarterbacks always win the MVP. That's the issue, but Jonathan Taylor should win the damn MVP. It should have been Saquon last year, and it should be Jonathan Taylor this year, no doubt. I mean, we're only halfway through the season, so who knows, but Jonathan Taylor at plus 600 is definitely interesting. Josh Jacobs anytime, Goddard anytime. Yeah, I mean, Josh Jacobs is getting in. I don't think Josh Jacobs got in last week. That man's going to get in. Minus 155, though. Got a little bit of juice. Oh, actually, he did get in last week. He's got in the end zone in his last 5. Yeah, Stafford's an animal. I've talked about this on this show before. I know people don't want to hear about fantasy teams. Like, I hate when people talk to me about their fantasy team, but I do got Matthew Stafford on my fantasy team, and that boy's been grubbing. He's been grubbing. You tease Philly lane 6.5, plus 6.5, I assume you mean, and then Iowa State 109, maybe money line. I don't know. Yeah, plus 6.5. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't tease too much, to be honest with you. I think you can find some value in teasers. But yeah, I don't really tease too much, to be honest with you. Probably not. I don't think he breaks LT's record. He might get close, but they have some tough games coming off. They got to play Seattle. They got to play Kansas City. I think they got to play the Jags a couple times. Like, I think JT's touchdown production will slow down, but what he's done in this first half of the season has been crazy, to say the least. Goddard getting the first touchdown. Should we just ride Goddard first touchdown? I kind of like that. Let's see what the odds are on that. So Goddard to score the first touchdown is plus 1,100. That's pretty nice. Let's see if there's any other interesting ones here. Jordan Love to score the first touchdown at plus 4,000. That seems interesting. I know he doesn't run often, but that seems a bit interesting. AJ Dillon plus 8,000. You know, I'm not really mad at that. I think there could be some good value there. Let's see. Matthew Golden at plus 1,800. I don't really love Packers receivers. Like, I don't really touch Packers receivers, to be perfectly honest with you. So for this game, guys, I like Goddard anytime touchdown. I like Goddard first touchdown. I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with Matthew Golden. That dude was so overly hyped this season coming in. I mean, what's his yards at? Let's see. I'm on rushing. Matthew Golden. Where's this man's yards at? Why can't I find it? I don't know. For some reason, this app I'm using doesn't have Golden's yards up, but Chiefs, Rams, Super Bowl. Whew. I don't know, man. I think I think everything's kind of up in air right now. I think the NFL has a ton of parity, which is great. I think this has been a really fun NFL season. We've seen the NFC really take a step up. Like, who would have thought that the NFC West is they're probably the best division in football right now. Seahawks, Rams, Niners. Why can't I think of the other one? Cardinals. Yeah, Cardinals are shit, though. But those are the big three. Seahawks, Rams, Niners. Like, who would have thought the NFC West would have been this good? Who would have thought the NFC was just going to take off like this? It makes the league fun, though. Brad, you're telling me Green Bay loses at home to Panthers and is the clown of the week and now our favorites versus Super Bowl champs with the public all over them? Interesting, Miles. I will say, Miles, you're bringing up some interesting points. So you're basically saying the Eagles seem too easy tonight. Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying the Eagles seem a bit too easy tonight? Interesting. Yeah. Honestly, guys, I made the NFL video. I went over every NFL game, and I gave out the Cardinals. And that was a shit play. I also gave out the Cardinals to 7 free picks in just 5 minutes. I just got too cute with it. I thought I was going to be big brain, Mr. Sharp guy. And yeah, that didn't pan out well. I don't know. I think I may be done fading the Seahawks. Like, that didn't work out for me. And the week before that, it was Commanders Seahawks, and I took the Commanders. So I've gotten burned by the Seahawks in back-to-back weeks. I think it's official that, yeah, the Seahawks are damn good. It may have taken me a little bit longer than a lot of people, but yeah, the Seahawks are damn good. JSN is one of the best wide receivers on planet Earth right now. There's no question about it. Russ all over this game. A lot of money involved. Yeah, hey, we'll see. Should be a good Monday Night Football game, though, guys. So that's going to be what I give you. I like Goddard at plus 230 to get a touchdown, and I'll roll with Goddard first touchdown. Seattle, Rams, NFC. Are we just giving up on my Tampa Bay Bucks? Are y'all just giving up on my Tampa Bay Bucks? You don't think we can make a little run? I know we lost yesterday, but come on. Once my Tampa Bay boys get healthy, watch out. Watch out. I know Mike Evans isn't coming back, but Godwin, once we get Bucky Irvin back, look, I understand Seattle and the Rams are looking good, but don't sleep on them Tampa Bay Buccaneers, baby. Come on now. I think Eagles 2, and it's bad for the Packers, but a lot of people respect on Green Bay. Yeah, we'll see, man. Let's see. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? The show went by pretty fast. Usually I try to keep it like 30 minutes. But shit, we're at 40. I kind of want to talk about some college basketball. Is Baker playing with an injury? I mean, even if he is, it's Baker. He's a dog. No, I don't know. We saw him take some big hits early on in the season, specifically that Texans game on Monday night. He was getting touched up. So would I be surprised? I mean, he's definitely not 100%. I mean, I don't think anyone in the NFL at this point of the season is 100%. But I mean, I think he looked fine out there last night. Was it his best performance? No, but yeah, I think Baker will be fine. What's up, brother? How we doing? Okay. Bucks Rams in the NFC Championship. That'll be good. No, Mike, no winning for the Bucks. Why not? Big Dre for life. Why not? Why no winning for the Bucks, man? Like, let's be real, guys. I think people forget the Bucks went into Seattle earlier this season and beat the Seahawks outright on the road. Like, I think the Bucks are capable of beating any team in the NFL. Giannis points over, sure. I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, Giannis points over, Giannis over rebounds. Why not? The dude's been an absolute animal. The numbers that Giannis is putting up this season are undeniable. I think that's going to do it, guys. I think that is going to be the show. I appreciate everyone watching, man. Premiums-wise, I got my best pick for tonight's NFL game. That's $25 over at the side, and then I got a 3-pack, so you guys can check it out. But shit, man, it's been fun. I'll catch you. So every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I jump on here. The days I'm not on the morning show. And 1 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Mountain time. You want one CBB? Shit, I got you with the CBB. I'm for the people, man. I'm for the people. If you want a CBB, I got to hook you up with the CBB play. College basketball. Do they have the scoreboard on Pickdawgz? They don't. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to pull it up on my phone. I'm going to give you guys a CBB play. I actually got a couple. Okay, so I like Cleveland State Northwestern under 148.5. I actually think that game is going to be pretty close too. I like Cleveland State plus the points, but I also like the under. Northwestern, a defensive-focused team. The two teams that they played so far this season weren't good, and both of them were very low scoring. I think that's a lower scoring game. The total set at 148.5. Northwestern, Cleveland State under. I like that. And then there's another CBB play that I liked that didn't make the premium section. What was it? I think it was Milwaukee. Where is that? Yes, Milwaukee versus Little Rock, Arkansas, I believe. Yes, Little Rock. The Little Rock Trojans. We're going to take Milwaukee at home. That line was at minus a 1.5 last night. It's all the way up to 3.5. I still like it, but I like Milwaukee. Appreciate you, bro. Hope you have a great day as well, Raul. Someone said that they're betting their 401k on the Knicks tomorrow, so may have to take a look at the Knicks. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to catch you on the next one.